And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Formula Sundays. It is another beautiful weekend. We have 11 drivers with us right now. I honestly expected there to be 13, but Lucid and I think Jake was intending to drive today again. Have not shown up yet. We will see how that's gonna evolve. Otherwise, we're going to be here with the 11 drivers at hand. And yeah, the usual suspects, I'd say, right? The Racing Bulls there, Emil Tienemann, both there. Both the Kicks are there as well. Both Astons this time around. The Place and Ace Mojo. Barry is there as per usual. Our Poles are here as well with Rice and Cherry. And then Bats usually attending as well, so really the usual suspects here. What can I say about Vegas here? We've had a bunch of races around here. I think most memorable is when the track was all new. We held a pre-season race on here, which was utter chaos. Oh yeah, Seagull is there as well. I think it's the only one I didn't name drop, but yeah, the goal, as per usual, is here. But yeah, because looking at his Haas, there's a moment where like two Haases killed each other here on the track, and it was quite chaotic, let's say that. Yeah, racing in the start especially, it's going to be super tight. Very short run to the first turn. Usually leads up to problems. Or well, wouldn't want to call them, or want to like to call them problems really, but yeah, people tend to overestimate the amount of space they have in the very beginning. We'll see though. Barry here. It's going to be the first one who is out for blood. A little bit of a wide line, but I'm not sure if this is actually like good, because it didn't look too bad for him. Was able to fully power through that turn in its entirety. Maybe you just go a little bit wider for that extra speed. A little bit of a slide there coming into the second sector. Now this sequence here, rather awkward in my opinion. But he wallbangs a little bit, but apart from that, I guess, was finally done. And well, there's not too much going on turns-wise in Vegas, really, right? You just have like long acceleration zones into hard turns, into long acceleration zones. It's like really just 4 straights, or well, straights in terms of Formula 1 car driving, I guess. And they lead into 1 left-hander and 3 chicanes. But yeah, we're gonna see what's the target time here that Barry's gonna set. There we are, 1:32. Well, let's see. Yanman here has said he's played a lot of WRC, so maybe we see him drifting through the turns here in a bit. A couple of drivers crossed the lines without setting a time, indicating invalid laps. Oh, and there's Rice. Quite a banger, honestly. 31.8. I do think 30s seem realistic. I wonder if Seagull is gonna set a time. Anyone can't beat Cherry here. Cherry on provisional pole. Albeit, I think his status as pole does not really change. Yeah, there's really no Formula Sundays qualifying without making a Polish joke about a Polish pole sitter. Albeit Emils isn't one of them. I would assume Seagull is not on a fast lap here. Wild Ghost, however, could be. Hits the chicane cleanly. Does he go through? Green flags being waved, but I think it's really just people going to the pits. It's also a death trap here. If you spin in the pit entry, it's hard to get out of it, and it's very easy to get disqualified. Well, Seagull did finish a lap. I'm not sure if it's only that slow because of his setup, but I assume he's running extremely high wings again. And well, I think everybody's just on his way into the pits now. Actually, Rice might go for another lap here already. So let's see it. Brother, you need to turn on your ERS. Hey. Oh, okay, no, he's going overtake only. Okay. There's like tech where you actually turn off your ERS intentionally in some of these turns. And then use the added gains of energy recovery for going more overtake throughout the lap when you need it. Can't imagine that like this is a thing in the first turn. I can also imagine he legit just forgot. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Okay, this is apparently not a lap. This is also not a lap. Oof. I mean, this one might be. Yeah, 9,000 ahead, so I assume Wildgo is just gonna continue on. Well, even though he hits his front wheel there. I do think you wanna move more towards the outside in that turn. A little bit tighter line than maybe good for the kick. So let's see it. Half a second down, yeah, okay. That chicane really did not go too well. He is he the last man standing though? No, he is not. I think the next one on an outlet or on a hot lap is gonna be Ace then here. It's crazy. It's a 1 week break and Formula Sundays already feels like an entirely different event again. Butts there behind Ace coming out of the pits. Ooh, that's a big hit on the front wheel. And that's not too great. line-wise. Let's see Cherry then, in the Mercedes. Currently second fastest by not too much of a distance. Oh well. That is an improvement that would put him on pole. I don't know. I really don't know what to talk about. My life has been so devoid of anything. So, there's not been Formula 1. Didn't watch football today. Or yesterday. And from what I've heard, my club lost to the team that is most likely gonna relegate. I mean, at least Cherry's putting out a banger here. But yeah, no F1 neither. I don't know. Like, watching these guys do quali laps is fine, of course, but like, it's just the same thing, right? I hope the race is gonna be a little bit more eventful. Can talk about here Jannemann a little bit. He's starting to make rallying content on his YouTube. Kinda crazy how this man here is holding several world records in WRC now. Well, yeah, for myself, man, I don't really know. Like, what can one talk about? From what I've read, as soon as Aries has a PC again, he might start co-casting in the next season coming, which would be nice again, given that Fanta is busy these evenings as well. And we've also recently, or well, Seagull has just come out with the news of the people who are making tools, the tool that we use, introducing a whole bunch of extra stats, so that might be fun. But yeah, didn't really have the head to look after that as well. Could have a swing about what's going on otherwise, but honestly I think that's just depressing. Still didn't find a place to live. Uni's probably gonna shaft me next month. Emils is gonna shaft everybody else here in the quali. What a time there for provisional pole. Oh, actually, what is Barry cooking there? Oh no, that was his last lap, okay. The delta was from his previous lap. That is fair. Barry did cook. He is now done cooking. He's not gonna cook this lap again. I think once more it's rice next up on the menu. It's on the Williams driver now. He can easily go a little bit quicker. What up, Fabian? 63 months. It's kind of crazy, no? If you think about it. That's like more than 5 years. I mean, I'm having like the little message in here. It's like 81 months now. Sub anniversary. That's like what? 74 is 7 years? No, 72. 84, yeah, it's just 3 months short of 7 years. Almost surpassing my IQ points. Damn. Hey, speaking of IQ points, I did get the highlights you asked. And then I just forgot putting them in the cloud. And I downloaded them as well. I will do that after the race. Oh yeah. Fun to see there's at least other humans alive. Oh, let's see. The goal. Getting overtaken by Rice. Pretty sure Seagull's racing high wings again. Yeah, all good you say there, but I don't know. Would have been like one thing I could have done. And one thing I like did actually put half an hour or so in to find out how to cut these things, download these things, prepare these things. And then I just forgot the last step while I was doing all of that in the first place. And also, honestly, it would have brought me joy in the first place. To know there's a little thing, fun thing coming out of it. But yeah. We will see. 2 minutes on the quali clock. I assume everybody will and can still go out one more time. Except Batsia maybe. This might be his last attempt. Oh, 2 tenths up. Honestly, he's not too far behind the pole people. Janneman is already passed as of now. So if he gets this last chicane right, might be really good for him. Then again, everybody's still on outlaps again, so they might just get another better attempt in. If I remember correctly, Track Evolution is crazy on here as well. But I might not remember correctly. This is also a little bit of my specialty. Where Lucid the Goat? I have no idea. He's checked in for this one. Oh damn! And Spats lost a lot in this last sector. Lucid is checked in, and the fanbase of him and the place also yet to be seen. Maybe the 1 week break killed them. They have starved because of the lack of the place content to feast on. It's just like the old days. Me schizoing out. Well, at least with you in the Twitch chat, I guess now. So I'm not entirely schizophrenic. Right? Well, yeah, let's see Wild Ghost. He has not really gotten together a full lap so far. Oh boy. The kick's cooking. Damn, that's kinda crazy. It's been a while since I've seen the team pull off a toe. Very nice of these guys. Yeah, and Zook's withdrawal of FS killed them, yep. Yeah. Most certainly. Boom, and that's quite the PB for Wild Ghost, even though it does not, like, he needed a 10th more for real gains there. Who have we not seen a lap of yet? The Goat, right? Maybe we can bait them in with some strategic POV selection, right? Surely the place fans everywhere sniff out this exact moment, connect to the stream and are like, oh my god, it's my Goat. Bats didn't improve in his last attempt. Place now also in a little bit of a awkward spot there with the, I assume it's the Williams of Rice right ahead of him. I'm fairly certain the Racing Bulls are towing each other right now, or one of them gave the other a tow. Ooh, and I think that's Manup who kinda gave Rice here a nice little tow. Ooh, and on the top the positions are flying around, they're tumbling around. Emils, I think, has just barely improved again, and Janneman has beaten Barry, and then Barry has immediately beaten him back. Cherry is also super close behind. What's Rice gonna do? Rice is going into the pits. Okay. The place didn't improve his time neither. So, yeah, honestly, what a finish here in the end. At the very top. We didn't see the bunch of them cross the line there, but like all of them improved in the last attempt, and now it's like just a few hundreds between the top 4. And then of course a little bit of a gap, but yeah, I guess these 4 people and Seagull, probably the contestants for the podium here today. All depends really on how much Seagull is nerfed by the setup, and yeah, gonna see. Probably gonna head into the race right now. And yeah, that's qualifying for you. Emil's on pole. Honestly, might have been a while since he's been there as well. Barry on the front row as well. I don't think he's usually beating the likes of Yanneman and Cherry, who are now on the second row. Rice and Menup on third row, and then Bats and Wild Ghost 7th, 8th. And then the Astons in row 5, and Seagull starting last as per usual. Gonna briefly have to tab out to get my stats going again. Suck. And here we are again. Yeah. Oh well. It's the little joys in life, right? If there's nothing else, there's Formula Sundays. Albeit, I do think, like, I just hope I'm not too depressed to kind of enjoy Forza Horizon dropping next week, but that one is dropping for early access on Friday. That's probably one thing that I've looked forward for like a year or so. There's like 1 or 2 happy weeks in a year. Last year it was when Monster Hunter dropped. That was like bliss. Was just pure bliss. And then this year, this is when Forza Horizon's gonna drop. I'm gonna play the shit out of that. Maybe I'm streaming that as well. Given a little bit of extra free time I have. Albeit uni exams are knocking on the door, and they are... Oof, they're coming for my kneecaps. So, well, real life aside. A lot of medium runners here, only the place opting for the hard tire. Apparently confident that we are not going to get an early safety car, and we're not going to have an advantage out of pitting early. I assume this is just the regular old one-stopper of medium hard race. And yeah, I mean, I'm curious where these like counter-cyclic strategies lead. Usually, I'm personally an enjoyer of driving the worst compound first as well, because it just feels so much nicer to get the fresh tire on the lighter car later on. But it's like, I think it's generally not very good to do that strategy-wise, because everybody on the better compound early on is just gonna drive away. I'm trusting to not have damage out of turn 1. Yeah, that's also true. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of on the players, right? Like, there's only Ace and Seagull behind them. I wouldn't say there's no chance of getting dive bombed and like crashing into someone, but most likely it's your fault if you're like that far behind. So it's really on them whether or not they survive the first few turns there with this strategy. It's also, I do think, I'm almost at the point where I'd say like, okay, let's just spectate Seagull on the start, because I do think like the place is gonna struggle with his hard compound on the race start. And Seagull usually gains like 5 positions in the very first lap, so I do think the place is at danger of a bird attack on the grid immediately, but we will see. Never took that gamble myself, yeah, fair. Well. Lights are going on, and we're going out and away. That was rather quickly, honestly. And I think Seagull is looking up the inside of the first Aston already. Ace is down in last position. There's a bunch of position changes further down, and oof, 2 of the kicks there coming together for sure. As I think the front has been reasonably unchanged. Side-by-side action there between Rice and Cherry, if I see that correctly there. But apart from that, I think not too much action, I say, as Seagull is literally 6th already, has overtaken half of the grid. And the place here, yeah, has to back out of this move to slot down into 10th. Should have really been on Seagull's POV, honestly. It's crazy what this guy's doing. I mean, again, if he actually runs very high wings, it's only logical that he would make a lot of moves in the first few turns. We're gonna see that. Bats in the slipstream of Seagull here. Today's drive into the Spun Sauber. It looked like it. I do think, yeah, Ace is missing end plates here. The place is doing fine. The Saubers are doing fine. And Seagull is definitely holding up the field a little bit. Seagull here with the switch back onto Bats. And he makes it through for now, but I do assume counter is gonna come immediately. Oh, well, not quite immediately. Let's head up to the top group a little bit. There was a little bit of a positional change here as well, as Emils and Barry are just kind of flying away here. Must be the Aston Martin luck, yeah. Somebody tell them the cars are cursed. It's not their fault. But everybody up here has closed back into the 1 second gap, so everyone is gonna get DRS, and oh boy, Barry here. Well, everyone except Emils, right? So Barry with quite a lot of overspeed there into the chicane. Let's see if Seagull is going for the same move again, or if he actually has to defend this time. Doesn't look it. It does look like Seagull is just way more glued to the ground. Everybody else is being carried a lot wider, whereas Seagull can just actually drive the turns tightly. I think he may have nerfed himself a little bit too hard on this one. But then again, I mean, this is what it's all about, right? To make him not win every race, so making him that much weaker in a way. It's kind of the entire intention of what he's been doing with his setups. So this is going to be much more of a three-way fight this time around, and I think Barry might come under threat of losing not just 1 but 2 positions. Oh my, unless Emils is going... Actually no, he was only going by after the detection point, so well done by Emils, well timed. I thought he may have been a little bit too early. But yeah, he's getting that position, also fending off Jannemann preemptively, so not making the move happen there at all. Seagull's a lot closer on to Bats this time. He's gotten a way better exit, and for this short straight here, the speed carries all the way until the end. And Bats gives him a little love tap there on the rear. And we saw Manop going off the gas very, very early as well, so... Oh my. Wild Ghost past Manop here, and then in front we see Seagull go past Bats. Yeah, Manop is driving very, very cautiously here. Jannemann is having a little bit of a problem, I think, staying in Emil's range, but he has managed to do so nicely now, as has everybody else. I mean, the place is not too far down off the field there, right? So, given that he's on hard tires, like, he's actually doing quite okay. Wait. I'm not sure what setup the place is using, by the way. Oh, boy. Damn. I'm kind of jinxed him, I guess. But basically... So Seagull's top speed is about, like, 10 kilometers slower than everybody else's, right? So like Kingsman, for example, has hit a top speed of 347, and then most of the rest has hit one of 341 or 2, with Manop, for example, hitting 350 as the fastest top speed on the speed trap, right? But then, well, Seagull's is 337. So, like, a good 10 slower than the top speed. And then both The Place and Ace Mojo have hit top speeds of 327. So they're another 10 kph slower than Seagull on the straights. And Seagull is supposedly already running a lot higher downforce than you should be. Not sure if the last position is so much so bad Aston Martin luck than bad Aston Martin setup, because that seems like a little too little top speed wise. What? Wild Ghost severe collision with Bats? Aren't Bats and Wild Ghost like 5 seconds apart? What the hell? And there's like 2 cars between them. Did we miss something? Is Wild Ghost only so far behind because he had a severe collision with Bats? Does he have damage? He does have damage. We must have missed something. Weird. Well, it looks like Seagull is breaking free here for a second. Wonder if that's gonna change a lot on the straight. I mean, you can already see Bats gaining on him even without DRS. Yeah, a little bit barging through there by Manop, but I think all in all it's fair and square. can't really close the door entirely after Manip has already moved out to the left. Would just be yeah, a little bit suicidal, I guess. That's just close it all the way until the wall. Oh my, that's with quite the lunge here on the inside. Well, looking for the switchback, but unfortunately gets briefly stuck in Manip's rear there. As the poles are battling. And so are Bats and Manip. Manip here for trying to the switchback, but didn't work out in his favor. A little bit of a slide by Rise. Honestly kind of good for him that it didn't happen on the next straight, because he would have been left dead by the pack here. If he didn't, like if he gets such a bad exit here, would have lost DRS and such. A little bit better here, he will definitely stay within that 1 second window. The Racing Bulls internal battle here is going on. And that's just a clean overtake for Jan. And Manip is going to try to do the same thing he did last lap again, this time going right side round. Ooh, but Bats is still there. Well, I will not say much, but I'm fairly certain not even Bats was fully on track anymore. Definitely not a car length, a car width of space. Well, I guess Manip survived. This could have ended with both of them in the wall. A little bit of a wall bang by Manip. Let's jump up to the gang in front here. Very slowly but steadily losing out to the top two. Well, whenever I hear like these, I don't know if you guys hear this, but like there's like faint music in some areas of the track, and like the drums always make me think like my PC is making weird noises and having me kind of worried, and I don't know, I forget that it's there every single lap. And every time I'll kind of look down and like, are you okay, buddy? Like, can I help you? But yeah, maybe the game sound is actually too quiet for you guys to hear. Wild Ghost apparently braked very late into the corner of the strip and must have had contact with Bats. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, big mistake by Barry here. He's losing 2 positions, the 2 poles here. Oh my god! Ooh, Rice there was kind of stuck on Barry's wheel there still, I think. And banged both walls. Ooh, yeah, that's a trimmed wing. And Barry has end plate missing as well. 10 seconds by the game is crazy, yeah, it's really unfortunate, right? Because he will have to pit, and so he can't really object it by the end of it, because he's gonna serve it in the pits. And then we can't remove it. I think we should, like, generally... I mean, of course, Rice and Kingsman here, aka Barry, losing their front wings is kind of bad, of course. But I think we're roughly in pit stop territory either way, right? I think the game, or the graphic in the beginning said like lap 9 to 12 or whatever. And then go hard. Almost got murdered, yeah, he only took, I don't know, both his kidneys. Like, what? I mean, yeah, he's alive, I guess, but he may as well have been murdered. Yeah. are into the pits, and so is Rice. Unsurprisingly, both of them with heavy front wing damage. I think the medium wear is about like 6% per lap, so 5 to 6%. We should be like in the 50s to 60s wear-wise now. So yeah, it's probably fine for them to go pit now. And they come out in the exact same order they entered. And they have a little bit of free space out of them. Ooh, Ace with the first corner cut penalty. That is... It's not really early, honestly. It's kinda late. You can still cut a lot of these curbs. Even if there's like walls at most positions. Fastest laps right now. Actually, we're gonna see what these the pitters are driving when they're out. Current fastest lap is actually in Kingsman's hand, 34.667. But the race pace is a good bit slower, honestly. I mean, it's always like a bad indicator. I think Jan and Emils are like crazy fast in comparison. But like whoever's turn it is to overtake has a faster lap, of course. Because they have the DRS and they make up a lot of ground in that lap. Oh, Seagull speeding the pit lane. 10-second penalty is probably meaning no Seagull dub today. So most of the people coming in now. It's only really Wild Ghost, Bats and Emils staying out. Jan even coming out before Wild Ghost, which is huge for him. And with a good bit of room to Bats, so it's probably not going to be held off by Bats for too long. Can make everything out of his fresh tires. Manup with the incident between Barry and Rice almost caught up to them. Seagull actually ahead of them. I mean by now, but later on, of course, this is subject to change with his penalty that he just picked up. Jan can't quite close up into DRS range. And neither can Manup so far. It's gonna be interesting though. I think Barry and Rice should be able to catch Seagull. And Emils is in the pits. And so will Bats be. Now let's see, where exactly does Joneman come out in comparison? He is ahead by a reasonable bit here. The undercut did seem to work out for him, but now it's all about closing down that window gap again. For Emils, which might be tough, honestly, given that Jan's tires are already warm and the hards are notoriously hard to warm up. Yeah, and this little group here is not really catching Seagull too much right now. 2.5 seconds still. At least they're getting away from Bats a little bit as well, and I think Emils is now fully in control of the DRS again. Oh, I was surprised by the place being still out, but of course he started on the hard compound, so he's not gonna come in quite yet. And Manupfir just posted a new... Oh no, he did not post a new speed record. Actually, Rice is now currently holding the top speed record with 355 kilometers per hour. So yeah, the man in front of these two gone very fast as well. And Seagull is catching up to the place, and I think these guys here are slightly catching up to Seagull. And Jannemann is actually kind of managing the gap of around a second to Emils. There has not been a change of position in the last lap. Emils has gained 2/10, that is, but not much more than that, to be honest. Formula Sunday's GOAT internal battle there. The play is definitely the GOAT of fan base. And then Seagull, GOAT of everything else. That's Seagull coming out on top. Of course, this might help the group around Manip to close up, because there's another car that potentially gives them DRS. Oh, actually, that car is headed for the pits, as the place is gonna get his set of mediums. Yep, that's all fine. I was worried there for a quick second, because Ace was also in the pits, and I was wondering if he would double stack with a car that's a lap down. Would have been really unfortunate, but everything fine there. Very super close to Rice now, whereas Manip dropped out of the second window briefly. And the Racing Bulls are back to swapping positions. Apart from that, it's just this little three-way train here between Rice, Barry and Manip. And then there's Seagull, who they are slowly catching up to. Which is probably gonna pose a little bit of a... I wouldn't say roadblock necessarily, but like, yeah, he's gonna be there to throw up the balance of the duel here a little bit. Emil's new fastest lap, 34.369. Been 0.7 faster than Jannemann last lap, but I think that's due to DRS overtaken. Slipstream and DRS make a lot of difference. Whoa! What a move by Manip here. That is quite a banger, honestly. Rice and Barry there once more. Touching each other a little bit more than's good from them. Oh my god. And I do think Manip touched the wall there a little bit. Okay, no damage though. So, we're doing fine, apparently. Well, that was a sexy move by Manip there. Saw the gap, absolutely went for it. Made it work. He does have next to no battery though, so he's gonna get cooked on these upcoming straight. Two other cars behind him. Yeah, so close already, and the DRS zone has not even begun yet. Yep, no chance. Ooh, boy. Okay. Rice there staying very far to the inside, allowing Barry to get a really nice angle for the corner. And, well, just swoop around on the outside there, making it work, come out ahead of these two. Bats is also closing in with all of this fighting. So we might see a four-way battle one way or the other. The other way would have been Seagull being caught by these guys. I think Seagull is like comfortably stuck in limbo between front group and this group. Oh, guys. So, front two swapping positions once more. No big surprise there. These guys here probably gonna swap around on this lap as well. Wondering if Manap makes it before the corner, but holy. The Vegas strip is so long. He would have probably easily been able to do it if... yeah, I don't know, honestly. I think what he did was probably pretty good already. Barry and Rice, oh my, Manap just sent Rice deep there. He just had a little look and Rice immediately outbroke himself, thinking he had to cover that around the outside. Now Bats is fully there again, but I think before we watch, actually, do we watch these guys? I kind of want to like shed light on some of the other drivers as well. I mean, Ace is... well, yeah, you're a lap down, buddy. I'm sorry, man. There is not much thrilling stuff that we can show there. Maybe we can look at Wild Ghost in the place a little bit when they get a little bit closer. Cherry also is just driving a quiet race in P3 right now. Herman and Emils again changing positions, but this only really is gonna get exciting in the last lap. And then it's do or die. Racing Bulls dominance could bore fans for real. Yeah. Maybe. To be fair, I didn't even watch Miami last week. Like, we didn't race for it, but like... I don't even know what I ended up doing, honestly. It's all a blur. Now Rice and Bats here. Separating themselves a little bit from the group ahead. Keeps it very tight here. Does not have the DRS, so now he's losing out. Now over here. All goes into place. That's a little bit of a gap here. DRS for Wild Ghost. Oh, and that's also a little bit of a gap. 1.2 seconds. It's rather unusual here to see these guys separated by so much. Yeah, but there we are. A little bit of ERS used, and all of a sudden we are well in the window again. Ooh, whoa. Gull in the wall. That's everyone through here. Yeah, and Jan is like very far away from Emils now. Let's see now. Wild Ghost versus the place. That's pretty straightforward, but is it just the first time it worked now, or has the place always counted? Because I feel like Wild Ghost has not entered a lap ahead of the place in the last few laps. He was also always in like the same vicinity ahead of him, so yeah, Seagull retiring in the pits, unsurprisingly. I think he said he retires if he doesn't win anyways, and at this point it's like extremely hopeless. So yeah, I think MQ chances of being alive are still being alive. You missed Gasly doing a barrel roll. Yeah, I probably did. Actually, I did see a clip of that, I think, right? It was like after the hairpin or so. Hadja beating the shit out of his steering wheel. Oh, I think I saw a clip of that as well. Yeah, yeah. I saw clips of the suffering. Maybe I watched the highlights, to be honest. Whee! The place there. That was some oversteering. Approaching Ace Mojo, so nothing to worry about. Should move out of the way. It's also on soft tires, so he's likely gonna have to pit again. Menup ahead of Barry here. So we are on board with the place, which looks like surefire overtake here for the place. Ooh, and Rice with a penalty. So he's probably gonna be last of the bunch there for sure. Actually, it's like still 5 laps to go. If there's any major mistakes, I guess someone else could end up behind him. No overtake for the place. Nice is going into the pits. Soft tires probably well at their end. Got another. Oh no, he's getting hards now. I feel like Ace's tire choices are like he's probably pulled that straight out of a casino or something. Just seems like pure randomness. Oh, Jannemann back in the lead, so the battle for the lead is still going on. It looked like Emils was briefly getting away there, but it seems like Jannemann has gained access to that battle again. Yeah, and this last lap is in fact 1.3 seconds quicker than Emils, so I'm not sure if this is like only DRS actually. Like that would be crazy if this is only slipstream. Or if Emils made some mistake somewhere. The place does not seem to get in range of Wild Ghost anymore. Okay, that was an interesting trajectory that we saw Bats on in the immediate moment when we swapped camera to you. Rice is definitely interpreting the track limits very freely overall. Looked like he was cutting over these a little bit. Oh boy. And that's probably his chances done for a better position. He's lost the DRS now. Turn left to go right. Indeed, indeed. Let's see if the place can turn left to go left. Oh boy. That was a heavy hit on the rear. Has to spend a lot of his DRS to get back into range at all. To even get DRS here. I think he saved up in the last few laps to potentially go for a move here, but this mistake now basically cost him all that he has worked for. Let's head to the top there a little bit. Oh, Wild Ghost penalty. Now this is basically a guaranteed position for the place there. Let's see Emils then. He's probably gonna send a move on this one again. Oh, unless he doesn't. That's not front wing damage though, so at least no heavy front wing damage. Might be like the light green damage one. Yeah, it's not enough to get by Janeman there. Ooh, and is that ace? I think that's ace in the wall. Let's see if Bats can cook, and if he does cook here. This briefly looked like he was gonna get switchbacked on, but it's a chicane. It's a little bit hard to switch back on that. Well. 3 more straights for the top 2, so 2 more after this one. Which would mean, well, for the last one you want to be in second, right? Or you want to be that far ahead in first that it's gonna be easy to stay ahead, just like it is for Janeman here. But, and again, Emils didn't engage ERS here, so it might be harder to defend that if the other car actually tries to go by. Janeman's not really on the most ERS here. But probably a good shout to fall behind now. Maybe he's just baited Emils into a little bit of side-by-side racing. So that he can be in second position for the last lap. Ferrari seems to be clear of Maneth and Bats. They closed up a little bit on the straight there, Slipstream DRS doing wonders. Janeman has to care to actually not drop out of the 1 second window because he's in a good position now. But he needs to stay close to be in any position at all for the last lap. Emils is of course aggressively using his energy right now, trying to build a little bit of a window to not have Janeman be in range for a move in the last lap. Or to starve him from energy. We will see how that's gonna go along. So the Racing Bull battle for the top step of the podium gonna come into its last legs here in this last minute of the Formula Sundays Las Vegas GP. Janeman is close enough and he can use some of this energy. He sees he has like 80% of course, but you can only use so much in a lap, so you don't need it all for the big straight here. So it's gonna use a sizable amount here as well. Fuel light is going on, but that's not gonna be an issue. I think whenever that goes on, it means that there's less than a lap of fuel in the tank, and there's not much more than a lap of race to go. But yeah, full power on the ERS button. And now the DRS is coming into play. And that is a load of overspeed. It's making the move here, a little bit of a lock-up. We see the smoke from the tires. Now can Emils counter one last time? I don't think the energy is giving him the opportunity to go for a move still. And is that the team order? What the helly? Okay, Emils takes the win, I guess. I'm not sure if Yannemann actually ran out of fuel or if this is just a team order. Well, no positional changes in the group in front here. These two guys might still fight it out on track. I don't think the place exit is good enough to warrant a move here. But he will still claim the position after the race is done by the time penalty. Multi-21, yeah, multi-21, Jan. What the fuck? Actually, I don't know if there's even, like, let me check the championship standings real quick. I'm not entirely sure if there is even a championship fight going on. But if there is, maybe this is like a strategic. Yeah, it's probably a strategic thing. Yannemann is currently in 10th. He only has one race win in the first race, and then he like kinda only raced 2 more times and DNF'd both times. Emils is 4th at least, and with this win, oh my. With this win he's 2nd. He is now, he was on 77 points. With this win he is on 102. MQ is on 106, Seagull is on 100, so the top 3 is then MQ, Emils, Seagull, and then there is Yeast on 88, but Yeast is not driving anymore. And then it's already the GOAT, the place on 51 points after his podium last week, or 2 weeks ago rather. But yeah, Cherry, Rice and Kingsman are gonna catch up on points on the place now. And yeah. Gonna move up a little. Yeah, he pretty much caught up to P1 and P2, right? Yes, yes, yes. He is basically tied now with Emils. Like, it's 4-point difference, but honestly, like, 4-point difference is 1 win and he's ahead. So, yeah. Emils taking the win there, given to by Yannemann. Cherry on the podium once more. Real nice for him. Barry ending up in P4, quite a way down of Cherry. But coming out on top of the 4-way battle between Batsman of Rice and himself. And then, yeah, the place, Getting Wild Ghost on the line. And Ace Mojo last finisher, a lap down, at least gets 1 point as well. So yeah. Gotta apologize for the little bit more low energy stream tonight, but sometimes it is what it is. So, yeah. Thank you all for being here either way. And see you next time around. Bye-bye. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.